Welcome to the Path to Mindset Mastery. My name is Brad Bizjack. I'm a mindset strategist and coach, inspirational speaker, and creator of Appreciation Academy, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. This will be a very short podcast episode that's all about how to program your mind with things that will allow you to become the person you're meant to become. And what that means is you have big dreams, big goals, really exciting things that you want to create. But to do that, it's going to require you becoming a different, more elevated version of yourself. That's what we're going to dive into today. Before we dive into it, if you find value in this podcast, please give us a rating and review. We'd love to see your feedback and what you're getting out of this podcast each day. Every single time I see that star rating come through or written review come through, always excites me to know that this is serving you in some way. And if you really love this content, linked up below this is a way to opt into our podcast where every single week on Wednesday, I will shoot you over an email. It says, hey, we got a new training available for you, and then you'll be sent right to the link. So if you find value in this, make sure to subscribe below, and I'll get you a new episode every single Wednesday. But let's dive in to this area of growth today. So what I learned from James Wedmore that was so powerful for me was that everything in my life that I had created up until a certain point was who I was being up until that point. And what do I mean by being? What I mean is the thoughts, the beliefs, the actions, and just who I was being as a person, the characteristics of who I was led my life to that point. And I realized what got me here will not get me there. If I ever want to change my life, I will need to become a more elevated, different version of myself. That's the change that I needed to make. And he presented this idea of how most people operate. I've talked about this in a different podcast, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it before we get to the main meat of this today. In another podcast, I talked about how a lot of people operate from a have, do, be mindset. And what that means is they think once they have a resource like money or time or whatever it is, then they can do something like take an action or take an action like once I have money, then I can invest in myself, right? So I can be successful, so I can be happy, so I can be a success in my business, whatever it is. They think once I have, then I'll do, so I'll be. And that way of thinking is how most people operate. They say once I have money, then I can invest in that online course that will teach me business, so I can be wealthy. That's not how it works. You don't get beyond scarcity. You have to start beyond scarcity. So that requires us becoming a different person. We need to reverse it. And we say, we need to operate from a be, do, have mindset. And what that means is we identify what we want to have in the long term. I want to have a six-figure business. I want to get this promotion at work. I want to have this amazing, passionate marriage. Whatever it is. We identify what we want to have. And we say, okay, if I already had that, what would I be doing on a regular basis that would create those type of results? And you list out the actions that you would do. And chances are those actions are a leap of faith and bigger than the actions you're taking right now. It will require a different version of you, different actions, different levels, different ways of thinking. So you write out what you have to do to get to that goal or what you'd already be doing to get to that goal. Then the most important question, who do I need to be now to make that happen? Who do I need to be? What are the thoughts, the beliefs, the feelings, the words that I use that will get me to that place? What are the words, the thoughts, the beliefs, the feelings that will allow me to actually, so the natural byproduct is me taking this level of action so I can succeed and have those results I want. And that's a summary of the podcast episode about be, do, have. We'll link that up below this podcast so you have it. But the point of it is that if you ever want to get to those massive goals, it's going to require you to be someone new. And people tell me all the time, but I don't know how to be someone new, Brad. I don't know how to believe new things. I don't know how to act different. I don't know how to think different. Yes, you do. Let me give you an example. What's something you're really grateful for? And not just logically. I want you to feel it. Think of something in your life right now that you're so grateful for. Is it your kids? Your spouse? Is it something that happened in your business today? What is it for you? Go to that place where you're just so grateful for it. And when you focus on the gratitude, that is a different feeling that you're bringing. You just did something that allowed you to change your emotions. Now let's do something like this. Think of a moment in your life that excited you. What's a moment in your life? Close your eyes and think of a moment in your life that excited you. Maybe you come alive. Maybe you were at a concert. Maybe you were on a trip with your company. Whatever it was. Maybe it's the first time that you and your spouse got intimate. Whatever it is. Just think of something where you felt excited. And go to that state and put yourself in the moment right now of excitement and feel that excitement in your body right now. Feel it kind of welling up within you. Feel that excitement and that passion. Did you feel more excitement? Yes, you did. You can feel more excitement like that. Now, what if you want to feel more love in your life? Go close your eyes, and I want you to go back to a loving memory. A memory where you felt so much love and so much connection and just so much vibrancy between you and someone else. Maybe a romantic moment that you were in. And go back and relive that for a second and feel the feelings of love that you had in that moment. Maybe it's not that type of love. Maybe it's not romantic love. Maybe it's love with your kids. Go back there. Maybe picture the first time you held your son or daughter. Picture that memory. And go back and just feel that for a second. What does it feel like to feel that kind of love? You just brought that emotion to your life now, even though you weren't experiencing that emotion or that situation in the moment. My whole point is, people say to me all the time, I don't know how to change my beliefs. I don't know how to change my emotions when I'm not where I want to be yet. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. You just need to think and act with the feelings that you think your wishes will bring you. Think and act in the feelings you think your wishes will bring you. So think about what your biggest goals and dreams are, what you want to create in this life. There's an area of your life that you likely want to change. And think about the feelings you think that area of your life will bring you. Is it peace? Is it calm? Is it love? Is it presence? And I wonder, what would happen if you brought those emotions now? What happened if you brought those emotions now to everything you did? I just taught you how to do it. You can just literally trigger yourself. What I do, this is a strategy. I call it 3 words to change your whole day. Brendan Burchard taught me this. I did not create this. This is Brendan Burchard's work that I learned from him and his High Performance Academy. What he had us do is he had us picture the life we really want to create. And he had us picture it in vivid detail. And that's what I want you to do. Picture the life that you want in vivid detail. And he said, okay, if there were 3 emotions that you could live on a day-to-day basis that would cause you to become the person to make that possible, what would those 3 words be? And mine are grateful, optimistic, and present. Those are my 3 words. Grateful, optimistic, and present. And if you're watching the video of this, I'm going to show you on my phone. So I have at 9 a.m. every day, I have be optimistic, grateful, and present. I also do a little vibration check, and I do it all the time throughout my day. But I have it programmed in my phone that reminds me to be optimistic, be grateful, and be present. So I just take a second, and I say, you know what? Okay, pause. I'm going to bring optimism. How can I bring optimism? I'm just going to put myself in that state of optimism. I'm going to bring gratitude. I'm going to bring presence to everything I do. And I put myself in that state. And I choose the 3 words. And I remind myself of the 3 words to change my freaking life. And every day, things go out of whack with what I thought they should be, right? Happens all the time. Someone texts me something mean or someone says something. And I used to let it kind of rob me of this feeling of joy all the time. But when I have those reminders coming in my ears and eyes all the time saying, be present, be optimistic, be grateful. It reminds me to get back to the emotions that will cause the life that I truly want. And that's what I encourage you to do call it a homework today. Call it a homework. If you want to change your life, think about the things that you want to create, what feelings will bring you to that life. And I want you to program them in your phone every few hours. Be present, optimistic, grateful. Whatever your 3 words are that will change your whole life, program it in your phone to remind yourself of that so you can change your life and change your future. If you do that, you're constantly, repetition is the mother of skill, right? You're constantly reminding yourself of the things that will move your life forward. That's what I challenge you to do. I use this every single day. Changes my whole life. I hope this serves you as well. So I hope you found value in this small little podcast today. If you find value, make sure and give us a rating and review on iTunes or whatever medium you're listening to this with. And if you really love this content, make sure to subscribe to our stuff. Make sure you subscribe to our iTunes channel or subscribe to our website, and we'll send you a little blog post every single week with a new training and a new episode for free every single Wednesday, 7 a.m. It goes out sharp. So I hope you found that value in this. My name is Brad Bizjack. Go out there today and every day and live your life with a genuine smile on your face and bring the emotions that will change your life to the way that you're living your life right now. I'll see you next week.